If there is anything that we should learn, if there's any regret we should still carry from the 1870s or the 1930s or the 1950s, it is that not enough of us stood up fast enough, spoke out loud enough, pulled in enough of our friends, and said, you shall not scapegoat that group. You shall not try to divorce this group from the American dream. Hold the Quran hostage? Call our president an African witch doctor? Shame on you. And that is what One Nation is about. We will not, in our years beyond this, sit and regret that we did not stand up in this moment. Hold our flag high and say this is one nation under God with liberty and justice for all. This is one nation, not two. This is one North Carolina, not two. This is one Wake County, not two. And you shall not divide us from us, because as they say amongst the Geechee, we is us. Thank you very much.
Would you all stand on your feet and say to the president, as he's going to be moving around, and then our lawyers are going to come, but would you all show him how we say it? Say, just come on, Curtis, come right here. Come on, Michelle, you got your camera, come right here. And we're going to say real loud, one nation! One nation! All right, all right. Now as we prepare, and I ask President Jealous, you may be seated, to stand with me one more time. The lawyers are coming now, because the laws of our land, those 1964 Civil Rights Act, is dipped in the blood, the sacrifice of blacks and whites. We were talking about that, how much it was we the people. Title 64 protects women, protects employees. Title 7, Ron, it protects. Title 6 says you can't use federal money in certain ways. It is powerful. People had to die, black and white, for the 64 Civil Rights Act and the 65 Voting Rights Act, and it's time we dust those off. So the lawyers are going to come, but before they do, Mr. President, when you came down in 2008, we announced something called the Millions Voters March, because the NAACP and others led in fighting to get same-day registration, early voting in a southern state like never before. And I just wonder, since you're visiting us today, what would you say about us doing a Millions Voters March 2, Let's Do It Again, in 2010?
We at the National are fully in support of this next Million Voters March. That is what One Nation is meant to kick off across the country. It is a massive, inspired season of GOTV in the states where you have same day of continued voter registration. Our obituary has already been written for the civil rights agenda in Congress. But we ain't dead yet. That's right. And a lot can happen in 4 weeks. The majority, that movement of people who came together to vote their values in 2008's gone nowhere but back to the couch. And so I say, let's wake them up, get them off the couch, and get them back in the ballot box. Thank you, and God bless.
Amen. Is Aaron Bird in the house? Where's Aaron? Aaron is our state political action chair. We're going to be mobilizing in churches, mobilizing through the internet, mobilizing all over. Say millions. Voters March 2. Let's do it again in 2010. Now, we have 1,500 voter registration cards here today. In a moment, Brother Earp Church is going to tell you what to do with them, but we want you, if you're registered, to get 2 or 3 and register 2 or 3 more folk. And he's going to talk about that. Now we want our attorneys to come. Sylvia, you have a package. If you would hand it to the media. Brother, where's my brother? If he has it, and others of you, this is the summary of the complaint. the summary of the complaint. First, if you would give copies out, Sylvia, if you would help my brother here, Miss Olinda, make sure that the media gets a copy. And I want to invite for the next 10 minutes, and then after that, Reverend Gatewell will be coming, Brother Ronald White, Brother Upchurch, Sister Michelle Laws. They will be coming on the last part of this particular issue, and Mrs. Mina Turner. But I want to invite our Legal Redress Chair, Irv Joyner, to the podium, our Attorney, Press and Publicity for the state, Civil Rights Lawyer, Al McShirley, to the podium, Civil Rights Lawyer, Mark Dorison, the UNC Center for Civil Rights, to the podium, and Jack Holtzman, my good friend, from the Justice Center, to the podium. Miss Anita Earls could not be here. Jason, are you all fine? Can you come up? Okay. And Miss Anita Earls, who's with the Southern Coalition for Justice. And these are the lawyers and others of the team that have helped craft this first legal action to challenge the efforts of the Wake County Anti-Diversity Caucus of the Wake County School Board. They will come and take 10 minutes and take us through this. You will be able to sign an endorsement personally or for your organization, and there'll be people, what we want to ask you to do is you sign it while they're talking. We're going to have a period where you'll be able to bring it up as we join together. Say, we the people. Al, Irv, Mark, Jack, would you all come at this time? Let's give them a hand.
My sisters and brothers, good morning. 5 years ago, when Reverend Barber first was elected, my wife, Ashley Osmond, who was the education lawyer at the Center for Civil Rights at the UNC Law School, began educating him about exactly this struggle that we are now in the midst of. And for 5 years, Ashley not only worked with the NAACP and made us more than ready to take up this struggle legally. She also helped put together a wonderful group of lawyers, a diverse group of lawyers, which was called the Leandro Listserv, I believe, at the beginning. And